Welcome to this explainer. I am so incredibly thrilled to have you here today. Listen, in this explainer, we're going to tackle a massive, truly frustrating digital headache that pretty much everyone who works online has faced at some point. We are demystifying the PDF to WMBP conversion process. If you've ever struggled with agonizing website speeds, maxed out digital storage, or just clunky document sharing, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to break down exactly how you can upgrade your workflow using some seriously cool modern browser-based tools. Okay, let's dive into this. We all know the pain of a ridiculously heavy multi-page PDF, right? You try to embed it on a web page, and it just takes forever to load. You try to email it, and you're left staring at a loading bar, just crossing your fingers and hoping that 50-megabyte attachment doesn't bounce right back to you. Plus, there is a very real privacy risk when you rely on random online converters that ask you to upload your highly sensitive, confidential documents to their servers. No thanks. We desperately need a better way to extract specific pages and make them lightning fast without compromising an ounce of security. So here is our roadmap for today. First, the rise of WEBP. Second, the privacy and tech advantage. Third, 4 steps to convert. Fourth, finding the perfect balance. And finally, real-world applications. All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the rise of WEB. To truly understand why we're converting PDFs into this specific format, we kind of need to understand what makes WEB so incredibly special in the first place. It was actually developed by Google, and it uses the exact same compression technology that streams high-quality video across the web, so it is highly efficient. Think of digital file formats like packing luggage for a flight. For years, we've basically been lugging around these oversized, unbelievably heavy bags with traditional image formats. But WEB, it packs remarkably lighter. When you extract a PDF page as a WEB image, that file is typically 25 to 35% smaller than an equivalent quality JPEG. And compared to a PNG file, it can be up to 50% smaller. This directly translates to reduced bandwidth costs and significantly faster page load times, which, as we know, is absolutely critical for mobile users stuck on limited data plans. Looking at how WebP stacks up against the familiar formats we already know and use, you can see it delivers the smallest file size while keeping excellent visual quality. But you know what the real kicker is here? Unlike JPEG, WebP actually supports transparent backgrounds. That means no more of those ugly, clunky white boxes around your extracted graphics. Furthermore, WebP gives you the ultimate flexibility of both lossy compression, kind of like a JPEG, and lossless compression, like a PNG. It's incredibly versatile for handling both detailed photographs and sharp-edged graphics. Moving right along to Section 2, the privacy and tech advantage. Okay, if you take nothing else away from today, the most crucial point is this. Your PDF is never uploaded anywhere, literally nowhere. This is what we call a zero-server upload feature. Because all the rendering and conversion happens entirely within your browser's JavaScript engine, there is zero third-party server storing, logging, or analyzing your files. All your file data is held securely and solely in your browser's RAM during your active session. And the absolute best part, the moment you close that tab or refresh the page, it is completely cleared out. Poof, gone. That means you can safely convert highly confidential documents. We're talking medical records, sensitive financial statements, or legal contracts with 100% privacy. Let's demystify the magic for a second and see exactly how your browser pulls off this vault-like security. First up is PDF parsing. Your file is loaded right into memory and read by Mozilla's incredible open-source library, pdf.js. Second is page rendering. This is where pdf.js draws all the vector graphics, the text, and the images directly onto an HTML5 canvas element. Third is the encoding phase, where your browser uses its own native features to convert that rendering right into a WEBP format. Finally, it preps the whole thing for download by wrapping that encoded data into a secure, raw data package called a blob. That blob is then ready to be saved directly to your computer. It can even neatly bundle multiple pages into a zip archive for you. Let's move to Section 3, 4 steps to convert, and see how this builds in practice. The technology running under the hood is totally heavy-duty, but the actual workflow for you, it is remarkably lightweight. Step 1, you just drag and drop your PDF right into the browser window. That's it. Instantly, all the pages are extracted and displayed as visual thumbnails. Step 2 is a massive time saver for efficiency. You visually select only the specific pages you actually need to convert. I mean, why waste time and bandwidth processing a 100-page manual if you only need page 42? Step 3 lets you tweak the quality and resolution to fit whatever you're working on. And finally, Step 4, just click Convert. You can download your fresh new WEBP images individually or grab them all at once in a bulk zip archive. It really is that straightforward. All right, on to section 4, finding the perfect balance. So you have all these settings right at your fingertips, but you might be wondering, how do I actually balance absolute visual sharpness with minimal file size? Well, think of this as the Goldilocks technique. You want to dial in the settings that are just right for your specific use case. Over on the left side, if you are archiving important digital documents or prepping them for a high-density Retina display, you'll definitely want high quality, somewhere around 90 to 95%, and perhaps a 2x or even 3x resolution scale. But look over at the right side. If you just need small, snappy web thumbnails or quick previews, you can confidently drop that quality down to 65 to 70% and maybe use a 0.5x resolution scale. By doing that, you save massive amounts of bandwidth while still keeping the image perfectly fit for its purpose. Let's quickly break down the exact metrics you'll be working with here. Going full 100% quality is near lossless, retaining almost all the original detail, which is fantastic for permanent archiving. But realistically, for about 95% of your everyday web and mobile use cases, the default setting of 80% quality at a 1x resolution is absolutely your optimal starting point. Visually, it's pretty much indistinguishable from the original, but it generates a file that's 30 to 40% smaller than a JPEG. Now, a quick word of warning on resolution. If you decide to push that resolution scale to 2x to make things extra crisp for Retina displays, just remember that doubling the scale literally quadruples the final file size. So keep that in mind and scale responsibly. And that brings us to section 5, real-world applications. The sheer versatility here is incredible. If you're working in web publishing, you can easily extract specific PDF presentation slides to make much faster loading images for your blog. Mobile app developers, you can convert heavy onboarding PDF manuals into WEBP to dramatically shrink your app's overall download size. Marketers can pull high-quality, lightweight infographics for email campaigns. For archiving purposes, replacing those massive scanned PDFs with sleek WEBP images yields a cool 30 to 50% storage savings. Even students and educators can extract specific textbook pages to create super lightweight digital flashcards. And this brilliantly illustrates why extracting only what you actually need is infinitely superior to dragging around a full, heavy PDF everywhere you go. Honestly, what makes this such an amazing hidden gem for your daily workflow is that this powerful local processing requires absolutely no software installation. Zip. Zero. You don't need to buy Adobe Acrobat, you don't need to create an account, verify an email, or sign up for a subscription. It is free forever, and it's completely cross-platform. Because it relies entirely on standard web technologies like HTML5 Canvas and modern JavaScript, it just works. It works on Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and even on iOS if you're using Safari 14 or later. It's an enterprise-grade utility literally sitting right there waiting for you in your web browser. So, as we wrap things up today, I want to leave you with this thought. Take a quick mental inventory of your current digital workflow, your messy desktop, or your cluttered cloud storage. Which heavy, highly confidential PDF is currently slowing you down? Which document are you going to extract and convert into lightning-fast, ultra-secure WEP images first? The tools are right there in your browser. They are completely free and they are perfectly private. Give it a try and just watch how much your workflow speeds up. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and I'll see you next time.